posters are down, the nails left behind, little metal scars of the ties that bind. The rug has been rolled, exposing the wood where our green velvet sofa for 3 years stood. I speak out your name just to hear how it sounds, bouncing off the walls where the silence abounds. It's strange how a home goes back to a shell when you strip away the stories it used to tell. My footsteps are heavy, knocking on the pine, a rhythm of an ending, the end of the line. Just echoes in the empty room, sweeping out the memories with an old straw broom. The laughter we shared is trapped in the paint, but the picture we painted is starting to fade. I'm standing right here where we danced in the dark, but all that remains is a scuff mark, a hollow little heartache, a quiet kind of doom, listening to the echoes in the empty room. I leave the keys on the kitchen countertop, knowing that this is the final stop. The sunlight streams in through a window so bare, highlighting the space where you used to swear that we'd never leave, that we'd grow old and gray. Now I'm turning the lock and I'm walking away. I close my eyes tight as I step on the porch, blowing out the flame of a beautiful torch. My footsteps are heavy, knocking on the pine, a rhythm of an ending, the end of the line. Just echoes in the empty room, sweeping out the memories with an old straw broom. The laughter we shared is trapped in the paint, but the picture we painted is starting to fade. I'm standing right here where we danced in the dark, but all that remains is a scuff mark, a hollow little heartache, a quiet kind of doom, listening to the echoes in the empty room. Walls can't hold you, floors don't cry, they just bear the weight of a long goodbye. I take one last look at the empty space and carry the ghost of this beautiful place. Echoes in the room, close the door. The air is thick and heavy on the porch tonight. The lightning bugs are giving up their little light. The grass has turned to copper and the earth is cracked. We've carried all this tension till our bones are stacked. You're sitting on the railing, looking at the sky. I'm watching how the stars is holding its breath. The pressure starts to drop. We're waiting for the breaking point, waiting for the stop. Just one drop of water to break the heavy heat, to wash the dust and dirt away from our tired feet. We're waiting for the rain, looking at the gray, begging for the thunder to wash it all away. The static in the atmosphere is tearing us apart, a suffocating drought inside a heavy, stubborn heart. If the sky would only open, if the water would just fall, maybe it would finally wash the writing off the wall. So we sit here in the quiet, bearing all the pain, desperate for the storm, waiting for the rain. The radio is buzzing with a weather warning sign, but you and I are sitting on a totally different line. I wanna tell you sorry, I wanna make it right, but my throat is feeling parched in the middle of the night. We need a good downpour to cleanse the bitter taste, to water all the love we let go completely to waste. I trace a circle on the glass of my empty mason jar, wondering how the two of us ever got this far. Just one drop of water to break the heavy heat, to wash the dust and dirt away from our tired feet. We're waiting for the rain, looking at the gray, begging for the thunder to wash it all away. The static in the atmosphere is tearing us apart, a suffocating drought inside a heavy, stubborn heart. If the sky would only open, if the water would just fall, maybe it would finally wash the writing off the wall. So we sit here in the quiet, bearing all the pain, desperate for the storm, waiting for the rain. I feel a sudden chill coming from the west. A tiny drop of water falls upon my chest. The flood is finally coming. Waiting for the rain. Calendar pages are falling like leaves. A chill has crept up into my favorite sleeves. I walk down to the lake where we used to swim. The water looks cold, the horizon is dim. I'm skipping stones just to watch how they sink. Got too much time on my hands to think about how the summer slipped right through the cracks, and how there's no road that can lead us right back. The shadows stretch long on the gravel road. It's a heavy, beautiful, melancholy note. We're always chasing the fading light, trying to outrun the coming of the night, holding on to warmth before it slips away, begging the golden sun just to stay. But the earth keeps turning, spinning us around, and the autumn leaves keep falling to the ground. It's a bittersweet race we can never win, chasing the fading light again and again. I passed by the diner with the neon sign. It flickers and buzzes, crossing the line between a comforting glow and a lonely stare. I order a slice of pie and sit in your chair. The waitress smiles, she remembers my face. She knows that I'm haunted by the ghost of this place. I leave a good tip and I walk out the door. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. The shadows stretch long on the gravel road. It's a heavy, beautiful, melancholic load. We're always chasing the fading light, trying to outrun the coming of the night, holding on to warmth before it slips away, begging the golden sun just to stay. But the earth keeps turning, spinning us around, and the autumn leaves keep falling to the ground. It's a bittersweet race we can never win, chasing the fading light again and again. Let the dark come, let the winter roll in. I'll build a fire right here in my skin. I'll let the memories keep me warm. Chasing the fading light, let it go dark. The longest night of winter has finally come to pass. There's a heavy layer of frost upon the morning grass. But out on the horizon, where the earth meets the sky, a thin line of yellow is catching my eye. The house is feeling empty, but it's not feeling cold. I'm sweeping up the pieces of the stories that were told. I open up the window, let the freezing air rush in. It feels like a baptism upon my tired skin. The storm is finally broken, the thunder rolled away. I'm standing on the threshold of a brand new day. I'm looking for the silver linings in the gray, finding little pieces of hope along the way. The heartbreak was a river that I had to cross, but I found a piece of myself inside the bitter loss. It's not a happy ending, it's not a fairy tale, but the ship is finally moving. Wind is in the sail, a warm and quiet promise that everything will heal. I'm tracing the silver linings, and it feels so real. I take a mug of coffee and step out on the wood. The neighborhood is waking up exactly like it should. A bird is singing softly on the telephone wire, a tiny little spark of a brand new fire. I'm still gonna miss you, I won't pretend I don't, but let it destroy me, I promise you I won't. The scars are turning white now, they're fading on the skin, making room for whatever is about to begin. The storm is finally broken, the thunder rolled away. I'm standing on the threshold of a brand new day. I'm looking for the silver linings in the gray, finding little pieces of hope along the way. The heartbreak was a river that I had to cross, but I found a piece of myself inside the bitter loss. It's not a happy ending, it's not a fairy tale, but the ship is finally moving. Wind is in the sail, a warm and quiet promise that everything will heal. I'm tracing the silver linings, and it feels so real. A patch of blue sky breaking through the cloud. I'm finally breathing easy, I'm finally breathing loud. The sun is coming up, the shadows start to fall. I'm looking for the silver linings in the gray, finding little pieces of hope along the way. The heartbreak was a river that I had to cross, but I found a piece of myself inside the bitter loss. I'm tracing the silver linings, silver linings. The sun is coming up. I walk down through the tall grass in the morning mist, with a heavy silver locket held tightly in my fist. The mud is soft and yielding underneath my boots. I'm standing by the weeping willow, tangled in the roots. The water rushes by, it doesn't care about my grief. It carries away the fallen branch and carries away the leaf. It's been flowing towards the ocean since the dawn of time, while I've been stuck right here, committing out my prime. I listen to the current, a steady rushing sound. It's pulling me away from the solid breaking ground. Down by the river's edge, where the water meets the clay, I'm finally gonna wash all this heavy hurt away. I watch the muddy ripples take the secrets that I threw, watching how the current makes everything brand new. It's a cold and bitter baptism beneath the autumn sky. No one here to judge me, no one to see me cry. I leave the weight behind on the mossy, rocky ledge, finding my religion down by the river's edge. I undo the silver clasp and hold it in the air, the locket with your picture and a tiny lock of hair. It catches on the sunlight, a final little gleam before I toss it underhanded right into the stream. A tiny splash of white and then it disappears, swallowed by the river, swallowed by the years. I take a breath of pine air, freezing in my lungs, and suddenly the song of sorrow isn't being sung. I listen to the current, a steady rushing sound. It's pulling me away from the solid breaking ground. Down by the river's edge, where the water meets the clay, I'm finally gonna wash all this heavy hurt away. I watch the muddy ripples take the secrets that I threw, watching how the current makes everything brand new. It's a cold and bitter baptism beneath the autumn sky. No one here to judge me, no one to see me cry. I leave the weight behind on the mossy, rocky ledge, finding my religion down by the river's edge. The water keeps on moving, and I guess that I should too. There's a whole wide world out there that doesn't look like you. I wash my muddy hands, I turn around to go. Down by the river's edge, where the water meets the clay, I'm finally gonna wash all this heavy hurt away. I leave the weight behind on the mossy, rocky ledge, the river's edge. Let it flow. I found your old gray sweater underneath the bed, the one that smelled like cedar and the words you said. I wrapped it round my shoulders just to feel the weight, a momentary comfort at 8:15. I was trying to clean the closet, trying to move ahead, but I tripped over a box of things that we left dead. Now I'm sitting on the floorboards with a faded photograph, remembering the punchline to your legendary laugh. washed in a silver coffee spoon, a letter that you wrote me by the light of the moon. They say that time's a healer, it washes things away, but time just takes the edges off the colors of the day. The center stays exactly where it always used to be, anchored deep inside the most stubborn part of me. I pull a single thread and the whole thing comes undone. I'm caught inside a web that you and I had spun. I'm tangled in the memories, tied up in the past, a beautiful mistake that was never built to last. Every little keepsake is a knot I can't untie, a bittersweet reminder of a bittersweet goodbye. I try to walk away, I try to cut the string, but my heart is heavy with the joy you used to bring. Lost in the middle of a love I can't release, forever tangled up in the memories. Maybe I don't wanna be untangled after all. Ooh, maybe I just need a place to catch me when I fall. I'll fold the sweater up, put the pictures in a pile, and let myself be tangled for a little while. Tangled in the memories, tied up in the past. It's 2 a.m. and I am staring at the plaster. My racing heart is beating just a little faster. The headlights from the avenue come sweeping through the blinds, casting long illusions from the corners of my mind. They stretch across the ceiling like a silent movie show, a black and white projection of the things I used to know. I trace them with my eyes until they vanish in the dark, leaving nothing but a question and an empty little spark. Insomnia's a cruel and very patient friend, reminding me of stories that I couldn't mend. Just shadows on the wall, dancing in the night, playing tricks on me without the morning light. They look a bit like you, they look a bit like pain, a melancholy waltz inside my tired brain. I pull the cotton sheet up over my own head, but I can't hide from ghosts inside a lonely bed. I'm captive to the dark until the dawn will call, living with the shadows on the wall. A siren wails somewhere in the concrete maze. I'm stuck inside a hazy, midnight-colored phase. The branches of the oak tree tap against the glass, a metronome for hours that refuse to pass. I wonder if you're waking on the other side of town, or if you're sleeping deeply with your defenses down. Do you ever see my silhouette across your room, or am I just a stranger buried in the gloom? Insomnia's a cruel and very patient friend, reminding me of stories just shadows on the wall, dancing in the night, playing tricks on me without the morning light. They look a bit like you, they look a bit like pain. A melancholy waltz inside my tired brain. I pull the cotton sheet up over my own head, but I can't hide from ghosts inside a lonely bed. I'm captive to the dark until the dawn will call, living with the shadows. An outline in the dark. Oh, they're just shadows on the wall, dancing in the night, playing tricks on me without the morning light. I'm captive to the dark until the dawn. Shadows on the wall, just the shadows. You were a shot in the dark, burning on the way down. The kind of trouble that they whisper about in this town. I was the garden growing by the side of the road, carrying a delicate and innocent load. We clashed like thunder in a quiet summer breeze. You brought me to my senses, you brought me to my knees. A bottle of rye on a vintage floral dress, a beautiful disaster, a magnificent mess. It shouldn't have worked, everybody said so, but you watered my roots and I softened your ego. We were whiskey and wildflowers, a dangerous blend, a harsh kind of magic that I couldn't comprehend. You were the fire that burned in my throat, I was the anchor and you were the boat. Rough around the edges, soft in the middle, living in a love song caught in a riddle. It was destined to fade, it was out of our powers, but God, it was good. The whiskey and wildflowers. I tried to tame the wildness that lived in your eyes. You tried to protect me from the world's cold lies. We built a sanctuary in a rundown room, surrounded by empty glasses and a sweet perfume. But a stone can only stay in a valley for so long before it has to break, before it moves along. I woke up one morning to a note by the sink. You left me the flowers, you took all the drink. It shouldn't have worked, everybody said so, but you watered my roots and I softened your ego. We were whiskey and wildflowers, a dangerous blend, a harsh kind of magic that I couldn't comprehend. You were the fire that burned in my throat, I was the anchor and you were the boat. keep a dried yellow petal in the back of my book, and a taste on my tongue from the chances we took. Yeah, we were whiskey and wildflowers, a dangerous blend of harsh kind of magic that I couldn't comprehend. You were the fire that burned in my throat, I was the anchor and you were the boat. Rough around the edges, soft in the middle, living in a love song, caught in a riddle. Whiskey and wildflowers, petals on the floor, I don't drink anymore. There's a comfort in the sadness on a rainy afternoon, playing a vinyl record of a mournful minor tune. I don't wanna be happy, I don't wanna see the sun, I just wanna sit right here until the day is done. It's like a heavy velvet blanket wrapped around my soul, a strange kind of healing that makes the spirit whole. The tears aren't born of anger, they're born of being alive, a necessary feeling if you wanna survive. It's a beautiful shade of blue, deep and profound, the most comforting color that I've ever found. Oh, sweet melancholy, you're an old and faithful friend, walking right beside me when I reach the river's end. You take the sharpest edges and you wear them nice and smooth. You offer up a quietness that nothing else can soothe. People run away from you, chasing after light, but I invite you in to sit with me by the fire tonight. There's poetry in sorrow, there's beauty in the tears, sweet melancholy. I'm glad that you are here. We live in such a rush to always put a smile on, to pretend that the darkness is absolutely gone. But a heart needs time to ache, a heart needs time to break, to process all the history and the choices we make. I look out the window at the dreary gray street, the rhythm of the raindrops is a soothing kind of beat. I'm letting myself feel it, the loss and the regret, without trying to run, without trying to forget. It's a beautiful shade of blue, deep and profound, the most comforting color that I've ever found. Oh, sweet melancholy, you're an old and faithful friend, walking right beside me when I reach the river's end. You take the sharpest edges and you wear them nice and smooth. You offer up a quietness that nothing else can soothe. People run away from you, chasing after light, but that you are here. Tomorrow I might wake up and be ready for the day, but tonight I want the shadows to come out and play. I lean into the ache. Sweet melancholy, my old friend, stay a while. Climbing up the wooden stairs, pushing past the door, finding cardboard boxes resting on the dusty floor. Smell of dry lavender and forgotten rainy days, tucked beneath the rafters in a secret quiet maze. I wasn't looking for a ghost, just a winter coat. But then I saw the ribbon tied around a paper boat, unfolding the corners of a life I didn't know, written in a cursive hand from 30 years ago. Blue ink bleeding through the yellowed page, a time capsule locked inside a paper cage. Letters in the attic hiding in the dark, a paper trail of promises that missed the mark. Every I miss you and every farewell are little silent stories that the ink tries to tell. I'm reading someone's heartbreak in the afternoon light, tangled in the passion of a long gone fight. Fragile little pieces of a love dramatic, buried in the letters in the attic. He said he'd wait forever by the station in the rain. She said she couldn't leave, she was tethered to the pain. I traced my finger over teardrops dried into the grain, a cinematic romance on a very tragic train. It makes my own worries seem so small and out of place, to hold this kind of history staring in my face. Who were these lovers, and did they ever meet again? Or did it all just end with the putting down of pen? Blue ink bleeding through the yellowed page, a time capsule locked inside a paper cage. Letters in the attic hiding in the dark, a paper trail of promises that missed the mark. Every I miss you and every farewell are little silent stories that the ink tries to tell. I'm reading someone's heartbreak in the afternoon light, tangled in the passion of a long gone fight. Fragile little pieces of a love dramatic, buried in the letters in the attic. I tie the ribbon back around the stack, put the lid on the box, put the memories back. Some secrets aren't mine to try and understand, just echoes of a touch from a phantom hand. Letters in the attic hiding in the dark, a paper trail of promises that miss the mark. Every I miss you and every farewell are little silent stories tangled in the passion of a long-gone fight. Leave them in the attic, let them sleep. Secrets they keep. The screen door slams, a familiar sound. Lightning bugs are lifting off the ground. Mason jar of sweet tea, sweating in the heat. Bare toes tapping on the wooden boards beneath. I wrap a woven blanket round my shoulders, watching how the willow tree grew older. The cicadas start their evening choir as the western sky catches on fire. Rhythm of the chains back and forth, a pendulum that points me toward the north. Sing me that porch swing lullaby while the twilight bleeds across the sky. A creaking melody of a wood and rust, reminding me of simple things to trust. When the world gets heavy and the city is loud, I close my eyes and I lose the crowd. I just drift away on a summer side to the rhythm of the porch swing lullaby. Grandma's rocking chair is sitting still, shadows stretching out across the hill. I can almost smell the honeysuckle breeze and hear a phantom whisper through the trees. It's funny how a place can hold your soul, even when you're miles away and losing control. I trace the carved initials in the wood, back when everything was understood. Rhythm of the chains back and forth, a pendulum that points me toward the north. Sing me that porch swing lullaby while the twilight bleeds across the sky. A creaking melody of wood and rust, reminding me of simple things to trust. When the world gets heavy and the city is loud, I close my eyes and I lose the crowd. I just drift away on a summer side to the rhythm of the porch swing lullaby. Time is a thief, that's what they say, but it can never steal this dusk away. I'm anchored by the chains hanging from the roof. This old house is my living proof. Oh, sing me that porch swing lullaby while the twilight bleeds across the sky. A creaking melody of wood and rust, reminding me of simple things to trust. When the world gets heavy and the city is loud, I close my eyes and I lose the crowd. Drift away on a summer side, porch swing lullaby. shadows start to grow. The hills are painted amber, catching the final glow. It's the most beautiful time of the entire day, but somehow it just chases all my comfort away. There's a trick in the light, a honey-colored haze that makes me think of you in our better days. I pour a single glass of a cheap red wine and pretend for a minute that I'm doing fine. The sun is dipping down below the power lines, and the beauty of it all feels like a design. I've got the golden hour blues again, watching the daylight reach its end. Everything is glowing, bathed in yellow light, but my heart is already getting ready for the night. It's a bittersweet painted sky, soft and untrue, casting long shadows that look exactly like you. Yeah, the world is pretty, but I'm feeling used, caught up in the golden hour blues. The neighbors are laughing, a dog barks down the street. Life goes on moving right outside my window seat. I trace the dust motes dancing in the final ray, wondering why the good things never wanna stay. You used to love this light, you called it magic. Time said it made the simplest things look almost sublime. Now the magic is gone, it's just a fading sun, a reminder that the best part is already done. The sun is dipping down below the power lines, and the beauty of it all feels like a design. I've got the golden hour blues again, watching the daylight reach its end. Everything is glowing, bathed in yellow light, but my heart is already getting ready for the night. It's a bittersweet painted sky, soft and untrue, casting long shadows that look exactly like you. Yeah, the world is pretty, but I'm feeling used, caught up in the golden hour blues. Pink turns to purple, purple turns to black. I keep looking westward, but you're not coming back. The chill rolls in, and the spell is finally broken, leaving all the heavy words completely unspoken. I've got the golden hour blues again, watching the daylight reach its end. Everything is glowing, bathed in yellow light, but my heart is already getting ready for the night. It's a bittersweet painted sky, soft and untrue, casting long shadows that look exactly like you. Just the golden hour blues fade into dark. I painted the living room a shade of ocean blue, bought some modern furniture that doesn't look like you. I threw away the ashtray, I changed the front door lock, I threw the broken pendulum of the grandfather clock. I tried to exorcise this house of everything we were, to clear away the heavy smoke, to clear away the blur. But memory is a phantom that doesn't need a key. It walks right through the solid walls and sits right next to me. I can hear the floorboards creaking down the hall, even though there's nobody in this house at all. I'm living with yesterday's ghost, sharing my domain, a spectral little roommate born of love and pain. It doesn't rattle chains, it doesn't try to scare, it just leaves a heavy sadness hanging in the air. I pour a second cup of tea and set it on the wood for the spirit of a lover that I never understood. You're gone, but you are lingering, a shadow on the post. I'm keeping quiet company with yesterday's ghost. It happens in the evening when the television dies. I catch a sudden flicker out the corner of my eyes, a familiar silhouette standing by the windowsill. It makes my blood run freezing, it makes my breathing still. I reach my hand to touch it, to see if it is real, but I just catch a handful of the emptiness. I feel a trick of the lightning, a desperate kind of mind, looking for the pieces that you had to leave behind. I can hear the floorboards creaking down the hall, even though there's nobody in this house at all. Sharing my domain, a spectral little roommate born of love and pain. It doesn't rattle chains, it doesn't try to scare, it just leaves a heavy sadness hanging in the air. I pour a second cup of tea and set it on the wood for the spirit of a lover that I never understood. You're gone, but you are lingering, a shadow on the post. I'm keeping quiet company with yesterday's ghost. Someday I'll pack my bags and I'll move away from here to a place where the atmosphere is incredibly clear. But until that morning comes, I guess we share this space. Yesterday's ghost. Just a shadow. The yellow dashed lines are a metronome beat. I got the heater on high, warming up my cold feet. The radio is playing a tune from '99, a static-filled comfort across the state line. I left the city lights glowing far in the rear, and with every mile marker my mind gets so clear. There's a freedom in driving with no place to be, just the moon and the dashboard and a quiet rain. The world is It's midnight on the highway, nowhere to go, just riding the current, going steady and slow. The headlights are cutting a path through the dark. I'm an arrow in flight, looking for a new mark. The engine is humming a sweet lullaby underneath the massive and velvet black sky. Running from shadows, driving toward the dawn. Midnight on the highway, just moving on. I passed by a diner, a solitary glow. An 18-wheeler shifts into low. We share a brief moment in the passing lane. Two lonely travelers out in the rain. I think about you and the words that we said. I leave them behind in the asphalt ahead. I don't wanna be bitter, I just wanna be free from the versions of us that we wanted to be. The world is asleep, safely tucked in their beds, while I'm out here untangling the thoughts in my head. It's midnight on the highway, nowhere to go, just riding the current, going steady and slow. The headlights are cutting a path through the dark. I'm an arrow in flight, looking for a new mark. The engine is humming a sweet lullaby underneath the massive and velvet black sky. Running from shadows, driving toward the dawn. Midnight on the highway, just moving on. I roll down the window, let the cold wind bite. It reminds me I'm alive in the middle of the night. I turn up the volume, let the acoustic guitars play, and wash all the leftover sorrow away. Just moving on. Midnight on the highway, keep driving. There's a ceramic mug sitting on the kitchen sink, half full of a dark and bitter drink. You poured it at 7 before the argument broke, before the heavy words that we both spoke. I watched the steam rise and slowly disappear while you were packing your bag, shedding a tear. Now it's 10 a.m. and the house is so still, and I'm paying the price of a stubborn will. I should pour it down the drain, wash the cup away, but leaving it there feels like you might stay. Cold coffee sitting on the marble stone, a bitter reminder that I'm waking up alone. It's lost all its warmth, it's lost all its sweet, just like the echo of your shoes on the street. I stare at the surface, black as the night, wondering who was wrong and who was right. It's a morning routine turned into a tragedy, just me and this cup of cold coffee. The clock on the wall ticks louder than before. I keep catching myself staring at the front door, expecting the lock to turn, expecting your voice, but silence is the consequence of my own choice. I wrap both my hands around the porcelain frame, it's freezing to touch and I'm the only one to blame. I could brew a fresh pot, start the day brand new, but every drop of water just tastes like you. I should pour it down the drain, wash the cup away, but leaving it there feels like you might stay. Cold coffee sitting on the marble stone, a bitter reminder that I'm waking up alone. It's lost all its warmth, it's lost all its sweet, just like the echo of your shoes on the street. I stare at the surface, black as the night, wondering who was wrong and who was right. It's a morning routine turned into a tragedy, just me and this cup of cold coffee. Swallow your pride, that's what my mother said, but the words always get stuck inside my head. Now all I have left of the love that we made is sitting right here in the morning shade. Cold coffee sitting on the marble stone, a bitter reminder that I'm waking up alone. It's lost all its warmth, it's lost all its sweet. Cold coffee, I'll wash the cup tomorrow. Snow is piling high upon the window pane, washing out the colors of a world gone insane. I've got a heavy wool blanket draped across my knees, listening to the howling of the winter trees. You're staring at the embers turning bright to gray, running out of things that we're supposed to say. The pine wood pops and sends a spark into the air, a tiny little shooting star, a whispered little prayer. The silence in the room is thicker than the cold. We're sitting by the hearth, but we are feeling old. Fireside whispers, lost in the smoke, careful with the promises that we both broke. We're blowing on the ashes, trying to find a flame, but the heat is dying down and it's a crying shame. I watch the orange glow reflect inside your eyes, a comforting illusion, a beautiful disguise. We're just two tired souls sitting in the gloom, trading fireside whispers in a freezing room. I pour another glass of that Kentucky rye to burn away the chill and keep my spirits high. You reach your hand across the braided fireside rug, a half-hearted attempt to give the past a tug, but your fingertips are cold and mine are pulling back. We're slipping down a slope upon a one-way track. It's peaceful in a way to know the ending's near, to watch the final ember slowly disappear. The silence in the room is thicker than the cold. We're sitting by the hearth, but we are feeling old. Fireside whispers, lost in the smoke, careful with the promises that we both broke. We're blowing on the ashes, trying to goodbye, just let the embers fade and die. Fireside whispers into the smoke, let it go. Calendar flipped over to a colder kind of page. The trees are putting on a show upon an empty stage. They dress themselves in crimson, in amber and in gold, a beautiful surrender to the coming of the cold. I take a walk down Maple Street, kicking at the ground, listen to the dry and the satisfying sound. It's funny how the dying things can be so beautiful, how letting go of everything can make a heart so full. They drift down from the branches, floating in the breeze, a silent, graceful ending for the giants of the trees, like the leaves of autumn falling from the high. We had our golden summer under the azure sky. Now the season's changing, the green has gone to rust, and everything we built is turning back to dust. You can't hold on to August when November takes the crown. You just have to stand there and watch it all come down. A bittersweet transition, a melancholy grace, like the leaves of autumn falling into place. I wrap my knitted scarf a little tighter around my neck, looking at the wreckage of our little shipwreck. We tried to force the blossoms when the frost was rolling in. Fighting against nature is a battle you can't win. There's no anger in the forest when the branches finally bare. They just go to sleep and leave it to the freezing air. I guess I should take a lesson from the wisdom of the wood and let you go as gently as I ever could. They drift down from the branches, floating in the breeze, a silent, graceful ending for the giants of the trees, like the leaves of autumn falling from the high. We had our golden summer under the azure sky. Now the season's changing, the green has gone to rust, and everything we built is turning back to dust. You can't hold on to August when November takes the crown. You just have to stand there and watch it all come down. A bittersweet transition, a melancholy grace, like the leaves of autumn falling into place. There will be a springtime, a different kind of green, but right now I'm stepping through a different kind of scene. I sweep them off the porch, I watch them blow away. There's a thin layer of dust on the rosewood fretboard now. I haven't played a chord since we took our final bow. It's leaning in the corner like an orphan in the room, a wooden box of silence just gathering the gloom. I picked it up this morning to try and write a song, to figure out exactly where the hell we went so wrong. I tuned the bottom E, I tightened up the peg, but the tension was too heavy, like an overloaded leg. A sudden sharp snap echoing across the hall. A tiny piece of metal just ruined it all. Broken guitar strings in an out-of-tune heart. I can't play the melody since we fell apart. I'm strumming on the silence, bleeding on the frets, singing out a chorus of 100 deep regrets. It used to make sweet music when you were sitting here, but now it's just a broken piece of rusted out gear. I'm missing all the high notes the love used to bring, just me and this old wood and broken guitar string. My fingertips are soft now, the calluses are gone. I lost the very armor that I used to lean upon. We used to sing in harmony, blending in the dark. Two voices in the living room, creating a spark. Now if I try to sing, my voice begins to shake. I'm terrified of seeing how much more my soul can break. So I put the capo down, I let the instrument rest. A beautiful failure leaning right against my chest. A sudden sharp snap echoing across the hall. A tiny piece of metal just ruined it all. Broken guitar strings and an out-of-tune heart. I can't play the melody since we fell apart. I'm strumming on the silence, bleeding on the frets, singing out a chorus of 100 deep regrets. It used to make sweet music when you were sitting here, but now it's just a broken piece of rusted out gear. I'm missing all the high notes the love used to bring, just me and this old wood and broken guitar strings. Maybe I'll buy a new pack, restring it in the spring. Maybe I'll find a new tune that my broken heart can sing. But today I'll let it be broken. Broken strings, no music today. Drove out past the county line, tires humming on the broken white. A map of nowhere folded on your knees. We were chasing down the western breeze. I still remember how the radio hummed, static melody for the young and numb. Now the driveway's empty, the engine's cold, and this silence is getting rather old. The rear view mirror only shows what's gone, but I keep staring as the night crawls on. There's just dust on the dashboard now, where your coffee cup used to sit somehow. A thin gray we made, watching all the summer colors start to fade. I draw a line through the powder with my hand, trying to find my way back to dry land. Just dust on the dashboard now, and a lonely ghost in a quiet town. The one we took in the August heat. You were laughing at a joke I couldn't tell back when we thought we knew the future well. Now the leather's cracking in the autumn sun, and I'm the only driver, the only one. I leave the windows rolled up tight to trap the ghost of you inside tonight. The rear view mirror only shows what's gone, but I keep staring as the night crawls on. There's just dust on the dashboard now, where your coffee cup used to sit somehow. A thin gray layer over memories we made, watching all the summer colors start to fade. I draw a line through the powder with my hand, trying to find my way back to dry land. Just dust on the dashboard now, and a lonely ghost in a quiet town. Maybe tomorrow I'll find a ride and wipe away the miles, wipe away the drag. But tonight I need the evidence that this wasn't all just pretend. Just dust on the dashboard now, where your coffee cup used to sit somehow. A thin gray layer over memories we made, watching all the summer colors start to fade. I draw a line through the powder with my hand, trying to find my way back to dry land. Just dust on the dashboard, dust on dashboard. Let the engine sleep. Sunlight cuts through the bedroom blinds, drawing golden lines across my heavy mind. I hear the church bells ringing down the street, tangled up in these wrinkled cotton sheets. The coffee machine is hissing in the hall, but I don't feel like getting up at all. I'm perfectly suspended in this quiet space, a slow motion world, a comfortable pace. There's no rush, no place I need to be. Just the dust motes dancing, keeping company. Lost in the Sunday morning haze, letting go of the busy days. The world outside is spinning fast and bright, but I'm staying in the soft diffused light. A little bit lonely, a little bit free, just a quiet kind of peace washing over me. No expectations, no heavy maze, just drifting through the Sunday morning haze. I trace the pattern on the quilt you left behind. It used to make me sad, but today I don't mind. The edges are frayed, the colors aren't so deep. It's just a memory that I decided to keep. A stray cat walks across the windowsill. The whole neighborhood is perfectly still. I breathe in the silence deep into my chest, and finally give my weary heart a rest. There's no rush, no place I need to be. just the quiet morning keeping company. Lost in the Sunday morning haze, letting go of the busy days. The world outside is spinning fast and bright, but I'm staying in the soft diffuse light. A little bit lonely, a little bit free, just a quiet kind of peace washing over me. No expectations, no heavy maze, just drifting through the Sunday morning haze.